Oh, welcome to another episode of the Seattle Shoe Drive. Today I'm going to talk to you about a very interesting shoemaker. He literally wrote the book on handmade shoes for men, right? And I had the privilege of visiting his shop in Budapest, Hungary, and I am very impressed. For me, at the $500 to $600 price range, this is the best shoe to buy. So the price range is 500 to 600. It's nobody other than Lazlo was a legend in the shoe business. Literally, like I said, he wrote the book on handmade shoes for men. They are showing the Budapester here. I do have a pair of the Budapester, which I will review shortly. But today I'm going to review a Captoe Oxford with you that I had the privilege of buying when I was in Budapest. Also, I mean, some of the this is a fantastic book if you are a shoe enthusiast. And Lazlo Wash shoes are very special. Let me tell you a little bit about them because they're handmade. When I say handmade, I mean the shoe is hand lasted and hand welted and stitched. Most of the Goodyear welting is done by a machine, right? They're handmade, but they have to run the whole shoe around the Goodyear welting machine. And the stitching is done by the machine, whereas Lazlo does it also by hand. So every stitch in his shoe on the sole and the heel blot and everything is made by hand. That is very rare. A few episodes ago, I did a series on another great shoe company from Singapore called CNES. They have hand welted shoes as well. But the price point for their hand welted shoes is around $500. But for $500, I might as well buy a Lazlo Vase because of tradition, heritage, and Hungary is known for their shoes for centuries. And the finishing is just phenomenal. And for the price range, anywhere between $500 to $600, I think Lazlo Vase is the best shoe, right? So without further ado, let's do a quick review and I'll show you the detailed, how elegant the last is. And they also provide lasted shoe trees, which is just beautifully made. So let's do a review on Vass shoes from Budapest. This is a brown Captoe Oxford, close lacing. I mean, just look at the design. The shape of the toe, right? Again, it's five eyelets. Only Allen Edmonds and American shoes have six eyelets. The sole, hidden stitching, JR soles, and beautiful decorative nailing on the heel block. Heel block is beautifully flush with the shoe, right? And the detail, if I look at, and these are stitched by hand, and it has about maybe 8 stitches to an inch, right? I mean, if you look at the detail, guys, I cannot get a better shoe for that price range than a Lazlo was, right? When I say the shoe trees are lasted, it means that the shoes were made on a block, on a last, and then they made the shoe trees that would fit perfectly when you store this on the same last. So let me take the laces, loosen the laces out a little bit, and take the shoe tree out. I mean, look at this. This is a solid block armor, 42 US size 9. It's a solid rock, beautifully sculptured shoe tree, right? By Vass, handmade Budapest. And when he says handmade, it's truly handmade, right? Beautiful full soft liner with the Vass logo, right? I'm not sure if you can see that. But the shoe is, I mean, when I did a mirror shine on the Budapest, which I will review in one of the episodes coming up, I mean, it just turned heads. It's a very iconic shoe, the Lazlo Vass Budapest model with broadcloth. This has no broadcloth. It's a simple Captoe, very formal. I wouldn't say very formal. It's a more formal shoe. If it was a black Captoe, it would have been more formal, and so forth. And beautiful design, well proportioned, well balanced. The shoe is so well balanced, beveled waist. There's not a fiddle back, but there's a little bit of a bevel in there, you know, and it's just fantastic. So if I take the two shoes together, I'll show you a picture. Comes with shoe pads, JR leather soles, which is one of the best leather soles there is, and the shoe is just, so you can wear a brown shoe with any suit except black, right? With a charcoal gray, tan, blue, pinstripe blue, and so forth. But you cannot wear a brown shoe with black. It's not well put together if you do. But hey, again, the Lazlo Vass, keep the shoe brand in mind, comes with, again, handmade, beautiful shoe trees that fits like a glove to the shoe because it's made on the same lasted shoe trees. And the price range is anywhere between $500 to $600. So for that price range, and sometimes on sale, you can even get it for about $450. I think I've been wearing shoes and collecting shoes for the last, been a shoe enthusiast for the last 25 years, and I think for the price, there's nothing better than a Lazlo Vass, right? Given his heritage, his philosophy of truly making these shoes by hand. Another beautiful shoe company that I will review, and one of my favorite shoes, but at a different price range, is Stefano Bema. You know, sadly, may he rest in peace, he passed on when he was just 42. I've been to his workshop in Florence, and that was like almost 15 years ago, and he too made hands, the hand lasted, hand welted, hand stitched, and he actually started a school to teach future generations on how to make shoes. So did Lazlo. So without any more, I'll show you the shoe again one more time. It's a beautiful shoe, guys. The shape, the aesthetics, the last, the finishing, and the comfort. I mean, usually you need 24 hours to breathe the shoe in, which means 24 hours of actual wearing. And that's what Hugh de Jacquemont, fantastic chap, said that Paulus Thafora had said you need 24 hours of actual wearing to breathe the shoe in. But when I wore the Budapesters, it worked the first time. I didn't have any blisters. It just molded to my feet. The leather is phenomenal. They use the best quality leather, and Lazlo Vass is just fantastic. I was also fortunate when I was in Budapest. That's the only shop they have to give my measurements. So now when I make my made-to-order shoes from Lazlo Vass, they have my measurements and they'll modify existing lasts to accommodate those measurements and ship my shoes within 6 to 8 weeks. So I'm looking forward to a few of commissioning a few pairs, and looking forward to receiving them. But thank you for listening, Lazlo Vass, and hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe. I do have a Facebook group called Vass Enthusiasts. Please seek that out and become a member. It's a great forum for us to discuss shoes and formal classic men's attire. And looking forward to my next episode. Talk to you later. Bye.